When I first watched Lop and Ocho, it didn't really land for me. The more I've seen it, the more I think it just had to do with its placement near the end of the 9 shorts. I think it was just a mistake to binge watch them all in a row, because after watching it isolated a few times for this review, I've come to think very highly of it. I like that it's a tragic but still hopeful story. I see it as being centered around balance, which isn't all that unique for a Star Wars story, but in Lop and Ocho it's a balance between tradition and progress. We learn at the start that the planet Tau has welcomed the Empire for the sake of industrial advancement, and on the surface, I don't think that's a bad thing. Progress itself isn't bad or wrong, but it is the way the Empire does it, with slavery, for example. The Empire wants progress at any cost. They give no thought to how their actions will affect a planet or its citizens. They want to take all they can as fast as they can with no regard for consequences. Obviously, that has some real-world parallels, like only 100 companies being responsible for 71% of global emissions. People want their profits or their progress right now with no thought for the future. The creators at Geno Studio talked about how they wanted to show the contrast between nature and imperial progress. I think Yasaburo and Ocho are meant to be the characters that represent that contrast as well. Yasaburo is against the Empire and what it's doing to the planet. He fights it, but I think he goes too far. He becomes a Saw Gerrera type figure who Ocho accuses of terrorist attacks that have hurt even their own family members. Ocho, on the other hand, wants progress. She turns her back on her family and her traditions in favor of whatever progress represents to her. She abandons her hair, her makeup, everything that ties her to the Yasaburo family to wear just another Imperial uniform. Granted, she looks great in the cape and everything, but that's besides the point. She goes so far as to say that she will do what she must to protect her home, even if that means she has to hurt her father, which is completely antithetical. You're willing to hurt the people you love in order to protect the people you love? No, no, no. Lop comes to represent the balance between her two family members. She can see both sides of the argument. When she's just with Ocho or just with their father, they can speak calmly and kindly about each other. They're both too stubborn to try to find common ground, but Lop is able to do it. She stands for both nature and technology. She's literally a rabbit, part of nature, but she also uses technology. She uses her scouter device any chance she gets, but she's not a slave to it either. She is willing to turn it off and accept the spiritual world and lessons passed on to her by her father. Of course, that taps into another major Star Wars theme, found family. Your family is more than just your blood relatives. Your family is what you choose it to be. Lop proves herself to be Yasaburo's daughter, and so he passes on the family lightsaber to her. By the way, the Jedi insignia reimagined as a crane or stork is a really nice touch. Lop is able to wield the blade against Ocho, but she never gives in to anger or hate. She fights, but her ultimate goal is to bring her sister back. Her desire is so great that she even taps into the Force, but I love that she never gives in to the dark side, even after Ocho strikes down her droid, which is too far. The ending is rather sad, with Ocho fleeing her family once again, but Lop swearing not to give up on her, and the final reminder of their first holo picture together with the narration that they will eventually be a proper family leaves me with hope. That feels like a promise that they will one day reunite and repair their relationships, even if we never see another frame of this story. So yeah, I've really come around on Lop and Ocho, but what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page where we've got audio commentaries for each Visions short. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.